Hello, good morning. It is just coming up for 11 o'clock here in the UK on Friday. No, it's not. It's Thursday, the 5th of June. I'm getting away with myself with the days of the week. It's because I'm not in streaming and Gran Turismo mode. You'll notice that I am not in one of my usual racing shirts. That is because I'm into serious racing today rather than streaming for you guys. I am going to stream it. But I have started work an hour early. I'm going to take my extra hour plus my lunch break. So coming up for 2 hours of daily races. And this is a bit of an experiment. Earlier in the week, I had some diabolical races, which were really pushy, crashy, horrible races before the lobby. And then after the normal PSR lobby, it got quite nice. So I thought, what would happen if I did some daily races during the day, theoretically, when the kids are at school? I say that a little bit provocatively. Some people will be, hey, the kids aren't all dirty. Some of them are very clean. It's the others. You get dirty adults as well. Yes, very true. Very true. But what I'm trying to do here is just see if the daily races are any cleaner during the day. I am suspecting that they won't be. Who knows? Who knows? But I got a little bit of time and I thought, hey, let's just get out there. I haven't done the daily race for a few days, so we're going to be rusty. And I've only got 10 minutes until we are going to be racing. So I'm going to get out there and just see what we can do. Let me just turn the TV up a little bit. It's cool. Now, I have got my phone just down by the side of me, because just in case anything work-wise does kick off and need my attention quickly. My boss does know that I'm away for a couple of hours, so it's all good. It's all above board. Marley Diesel, hey mate, thanks for dropping by when you can, appreciate it. I really need to get into some of the other lobbies and say hello a little bit more. Spreading my time is a bit difficult at the moment, but thank you for popping in. Grenster, good afternoon, and Hazard Gaming, good morning. I think he said, yes, good morning. Don't know where Grenster is, must be on the continent somewhere. So let's just get out there and just see what we can do. I'm going to be running without the ghost for the moment, just because I want to get a little bit of a feel for things. And I tell you what, I can already feel that the wheel is not right. Let's just cycle the wheel and come out of there. That felt very strange. Very strange indeed. So let's just cycle you off and back on again. We'll see if that is any better. Yeah. It's better. Oh yeah. Now, I am expecting that a lot of people have got quicker and quicker through this week. I haven't done much around here since I think it was Monday, so I'm not expecting to be super quick, but you can't hide from the daily races. You can't hide from them. I could just get, well, as I've got my A ranking, I could just sit there and be happy with that and leave it at that. But I'm thinking, no, I want to try and get on. I'd love to get A+ at some point. Whether that is achievable for me or not, I really haven't got a clue. You're never going to know if you don't do them. So we're at barrier collision already. That's one of the things we want to steer clear of, barrier collisions. The other thing I'm doing here, I must remember to try and save some of the replays, because I'm looking for some B-roll for a video that I am working on at the moment. I'm just working on the script, and it's all about the daily races, and something that I haven't seen anybody talking about yet it's another one of those. PD, will you please sort this problem out, because I think there's a big problem in the daily races at the moment, and one quick change might just clean things up a little bit. And I'm saying might because, well, what do I know about anything? I don't. I'm just a guy that loves to race this game and that just desperately wants it clean and respectful. Need to brake a bit earlier for that one. Hi Paul. Not used to seeing a live stream at this time of day? No, I'm doing a special. It's a bit of an experiment to see what the daily races are like at this time of day. In the vain, naive, stupid hope that they're going to be better than early evening when I've been jumping on sort of 8 o'clock. It's a lot of well, what people say, the kids are on, it'll get better when the kids go to bed, and then sort of about 11 o'clock it gets quite good, the racing. I don't think it's all about kids at all. As I'm going to say in my video later on, I think it's all about something else that's going on in this game. I'm hoping that video gets some traction, gets liked and shared, and people subscribe to it, which will keep the algorithm pushing it out, and see if we can get these messages out to Proliferally Digital. But like I said, it's a video that I'm still working on, so I'm not going to say any more. I'm not going to say any more at the moment. How quickly I can get that one out, I don't know, but I do need some B-roll footage for that. Whoa. And when I get into this one, I'm going to go a little bit quiet. I'll leave you guys just to have a jibber jabber on the chat, because I do want to concentrate a little bit more than that. Turning with that damage in the front there. So I'm capable of doing a high 156. I'm going to be honest with you, that was a blinding lap chasing Greg White. Everything just came together on that lap. It was one of those laps where you're almost like an out of body. You're one with the car. Everything was just smooth, flowed. It's just beautiful. Everything just came together just right. I've not had one of those since. So I'm normally about a 158, 159. As you can see, while I'm jibber jabbering, that's dropping. 3 minutes. Let's go quiet. Let's see what we can do. You know me. It won't be quiet, but concentrate a bit more. Jibber jabber on the straights. Quiet on the corners. A little bit too early there. After the 50 board, that one. Still haven't quite got the confidence through that last corner. Nearly dropped it there twice. Hopefully the audio is okay. I've got the TV up a bit louder today, so hopefully you're not getting any sort of echoes and the like. If the audio is a bit off, let me know and I'll turn the TV down just a little bit. Nice snap of oversteer there. I don't think it's one that comes up very often. All about staying out the walls. 25 seconds to run. Just warmed up a little bit. I've got a problem with my shoulder at the moment, so when I first start racing it's really stiff. And it takes a few laps just to loosen up a little bit, so hopefully we're warmed up. A bit better through there. You see what a difference it makes when you don't clobber the walls. Race hard with the walls. It is hard with the walls. There's a few walls that you can graze, but there's a few walls that you can't, and one or two of them, if you hit them hard enough, it will really slow you down. Where you can get I think a half second, a 1 second, maybe even a 1.5 second. Don't quote me on the 1.5, but some of the penalties can be quite tough. Oh, we got telemetry racing in here. Who else have we got that we know? Anybody? No, I don't think we do. It's actually good morning, but never mind. Good morning, good afternoon. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. We'll see how we go. But yeah, telemetry with a 155.0. I'm on 156.5. But again, in the race, as you've seen there, I'm 158, 159. So I've probably not made my life easy by setting a quick time earlier in the week. Really what I need to do is to set myself a bulk standard average time and really sort of stick to that and use my alternative account for pace chasing or running behind a ghost and trying to get that lap time down. Do that on the old account, but then just come in with a slightly lower qualifier for the race, because otherwise, as you're probably going to find in this one, you just get chewed up. So if telemetry is a 155, the genuine sort of race pace lap rather than just one lap qualifier, I'm in trouble with it. through. Eight. Woo! Well, that was clean. That was clean. Good afternoon, Decim guy, or good morning, Decim guy, and RL. Hello, hello, hello. Terry, thank you for popping in. Thank you guys for popping in. I appreciate that. One or two little errors of mine. I got, I don't know whether I turned in on the guy that was giving me the push, or whether he was just trying to go for a move. Not quite sure, but thankfully it all came off, and the move afterwards was all fair and good. So that was good. That was good. Yeah, wow, I love that. That was hard. That was hard. My A's improved. I cannot believe that my A ranking has improved off that one. That's a bit of a surprise. That is a bit of a surprise. Let me just update the